Hi, this is David Grant, and I directed a video for Expeditionary Learning about Jessica Proffitt's 4th grade math class where they did a problem-based task, and I'm here with Jessica. And Jessica, the first thing that I want to ask you about is your kids are going to work on this task for 80 minutes, which is a really long time. They worked diligently, they used their time really well. How did you get your kids to that place where they can do math for 80 minutes?
So I think there are two major things that contributed to this culture in our classroom. I really try hard to give them important work. Problems that are interesting and problems that I know that they can solve, but that are also going to hit them at that challenge point.
One group of Powhatans planted 15 rows of Three Sisters mounds, with each row containing 6
And the other
mounds.
thing is, we really have set them up for success by thinking often about what's working in problem solving and what's not working. And we make available to them pretty much anything in our classroom that could be useful. They know that they can go get blocks during problem solving. If they need to talk it out with someone, they know that they can do that. So when there are options, rather than giving up, then they use those options wisely and they use them to help them solve the problem.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the management of materials and space, because we see your kids transition a number of times in the classroom from desks to a floor space where they're going to work together, and then they go off and make a mess of the room for a while they're doing the problem-based task, and then everything gets put away. How did you get your kids to take so much responsibility for the materials in your classrooms?
So I think the first thing we did in the first few days and weeks, and that we continue to do throughout the school year, is make sure that kids understand that this is our space. And what do we want our classroom to feel like every day? You know, a lot of the kids said they wanted it to feel safe and they wanted it to feel happy, but they also wanted it to feel clean and they wanted it to feel organized. And so we talked about all of the things that we were going to have to do as a community, and then I really put the ownership on them. The successes are on them and the failures are on them too, and then I'm there to help them figure out it didn't work, so what are we going to do with the materials this time so that it works for us next time.
In the video, we see the kids handing out clipboards, and watching it, I thought that this was like assigned roles, but I heard you say that they don't actually have assigned roles. Is that right? And why are some kids doing that?
Yeah, they don't have assigned jobs in our classroom, and I do that intentionally because I want kids to be taking responsibility for what they see needs to get done, not what they've been told needs to be done. It's because they don't have jobs and they have to pitch in that they become more independent with it and just start to look at what needs to be done and figure out how to get it done.
Here's another clip that didn't make it into the movie. So you have the kids' attention whenever you want it, and you get their attention not by using a loud voice, but using the quietest voice possible.
You can hear my voice clap once. You can hear my voice clap twice. So I'd like your clipboards down, pencil.
I really see my voice as the tone-setting voice of the classroom. Even when things get really busy, we still stay calm and we don't have to overreact about that. And I think using a calm voice all the time really helps to set that tone.
Another thing that we featured was just this moment when the kids got to go into partners for work. And you talk in the video a little bit about choosing partners, and we're just going to take a look at that.
So today we're going to work in partners, and you're going to choose your partner. And what are some things? It's really important to me that my students can pick a strong partner and they know who they work well with and how to work with different partners. What's one way that we might work with a partner, Marco?
Go through each step together.
We might go through each step
And
so we really talk a lot about the kinds of questions that you should ask your partner before you select a partner.
Can you just give us a little bit more information about the importance of teaching kids to choose their own partners?
So I think teaching kids to choose their own partners is a way that we make them independent. Usually at first they always pick their friends and it turns out really badly, but we let those failures happen so that they can see what happens when you don't pick the right partner and have more motivation to pick a good partner the next time. If I just pick it for them because I don't think they can handle it, then they're not feeling that sense of ownership and independence, and they're not learning what they need to be an active learner.
Well, I hear a theme in a lot of what you're talking about, which is that you let the kids learn through the experience of doing it and through the process of reflection, figuring out what really works. And over the course of the school year, that means they gain more and more independence in their practice in the classroom. Thank you very much. I hope everyone will take a look at the really great work you do in the video that we have here at elschools.org. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so let's do that and figure that out first.
Okay, Tyler, another one.